The creatures that are native to Aberration are very strange, and one of the strangest has to be the roll rat. This large, naked rodent can be found strolling around and burrowing into the ground of the green and blue zones. So, is this bizarre mammal based on a real creature, or is it a work of fantasy? Let's find out. The roll rat was first introduced to the ARK universe in October 2017 and was added to the game with the release of the Aberration expansion and ARK Survival Evolved in the December that followed. The roll rat looks quite unlike anything else in the game, with its large, naked, wrinkly body and prominent front teeth, but despite its name, it only rolls when it's tamed. The scientific name of the game version gives us a clue as to what real-world creature inspired its creation. Heterocephalus magnus is the name the creators of ARK chose for the roll rat, and its real-life counterpart is called Heterocephalus glauber, the naked mole rat. I always do a breakdown of name meanings in its videos, and Heterocephalus has to be the strangest meaning I've come across so far. It means a deformed baby born with two heads, and this word was given as the genus name for the naked mole rat due to its unusual head shape. The translation of the roll rat's scientific name would mean something like really big deformed baby with two heads. But, surprisingly, the name is not the strangest thing about the naked mole rat, so let's go deeper down this rabbit, or mole rat, hole. The naked mole rat was first described in 1842, and for many years their description was refuted, as it wasn't believed that they could possibly be a species in their own right. Their peculiar appearance led many to believe that they must be newborn babies of another species, or a different mammal that had lost all of its fur due to disease, and I really don't find that surprising because they do look really weird. Over the next 120 years, the anatomy of the naked mole rat was studied, but it wasn't until the 1960s that a scientist called Jennifer Jarvis brought them into the lab to study them for the first time. What she discovered was that the naked mole rat is a highly social animal, working together to excavate tunnels and find food. One thing she identified as unusual was that she rarely found pregnant females, either in captivity or in the wild. In the 1970s, it was identified that the naked mole rat was a truly unique type of mammal, displaying eusocial behaviours that had previously only been seen in wasps, ants and bees. Eusociality is a colonial lifestyle which has a strict division of labour. Within a naked mole rat colony, you would expect to find a colony of workers with a single breeding female known as the queen, and 1 to 3 males that she breeds with. The workers are sterile, and the smaller ones focus on gathering food, assisting with the care of the pups produced by the reproducing female, and maintaining the nest, while the larger workers are more reactive in case of attack. The naked mole rat is native to the Horn of Africa and parts of Kenya. They have an unusual set of physiological and behavioural traits that allow them to thrive in the dark and dank underground environment of arid and semi-arid regions. Colonies average around 75 to 80 individuals living together in a self-contained system of burrows, but there can be as many as 295 or more animals in a colony. These burrows can stretch up to 3 to 5 kilometres or 2 to 3 miles in cumulative length, which is incredibly impressive considering that the naked mole rat is normally between 8 and 10 centimetres or 3 and 4 inches long and only weighs 30 to 35 grams or 1.1 to 1.2 ounces. The breeding females are normally larger and weigh well over 50 grams or 1.8 ounces. They have very small eyes and poor vision, as well as very little hair and wrinkled pink or yellowish skin. Their legs are thin and short, but they are highly adept at moving underground, and they can move backwards just as fast as they can move forwards. They belong to the rodentia order, and like the roll rat, they have 2 protruding incisor teeth on the upper and lower jaw. Unusually, their lips are sealed just behind these teeth, and this prevents soil from filling their mouths while they dig out the tunnels. There are some other very unusual things about the naked mole rat. They've evolved to thrive in low oxygen environments, with underdeveloped lungs and hemoglobin that has a high affinity for oxygen, which increases the efficiency of oxygen uptake. Their respiration and metabolic rates are incredibly low for an animal of their size, about 70% less than a mouse. Secondly, the naked mole rat does not regulate its body temperature like other mammals. Instead of being thermoregulators, they are thermoconformers, and their body temperature tracks the ambient temperatures around them. If they are too hot, they will move to the deeper, cooler parts of their burrows, and if they are too cold, they will huddle together or they will seek the shallow parts of the burrows that have been warmed by the sun. Another anomaly of the naked mole rat is its resistance to cancerous tumours. There are a number of very scientific reasons for this that I won't go into detail about here, but if you want to read more about the weird and wonderful biology of the naked mole rats, then I recommend the journal article I've included in the description below. It goes into a huge amount of detail and you'll be able to discover all sorts of fascinating things about these unusual creatures. The naked mole rat feeds on a diet of plant matter, primarily large tubers. They have a method of farming these, which involves removing the poisonous outer skin, gnawing away some of the edible parts, and then backfilling the area with soil to allow the tuber to regenerate. This food is then taken back to the nest where it is shared with the colony. Their main predators are snakes, especially the rufous beak snake and the Kenyan sand boa. Although their tunnel systems are mainly self-contained, they do go to the surface to eject soil and construct mounds, and this is when they are most vulnerable. The influence that the naked mole rat has had on the roll rat is evident in its appearance and its ability to burrow, but that's where the similarities end, and this makes a lot of sense because you wouldn't really see the roll rat if it copied the other traits of the creature that inspired it. The creatures that the ARKs create are meant to be evolutionary advanced versions that were well adapted to their environments, and the roll rat is such a perfect demonstration of this system in action. What do you think of the roll rat? Is it on your list of must-tame creatures for surviving Aberration? Let me know in the comments. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. We're closing on 1,000 subscribers now, and I would love to hit that before the end of the year. But for now, I'll see you in the ARK. Take care.